Justin Gaethje has finally responded to Conor McGregor's post-fight comments about him. After UFC 249, Conor McGregor posted this on his Twitter saying, "Justin, there's no danger in a man that hugs legs. We all know. Try and dance around what the real threat is here all you want. I'm going to effing butcher you. Your teeth. I'm going to put them on an effing necklace. Speak on my skills as a father? You are effing dead." Justin Gaethje posted a response to his Instagram saying, "Isn't it ironic that this dude is on his knees? Careful at the notorious MMA. You are losing your clout. Poirer sitting there ready to go like I was for the last 3 years. Hashtag Gaethje vs Khabib." Francis Ngannou, in a recent interview with Ariel Helwani, speaks on his KO victory over Jairzinho Rozenstruik.
The feeling of the job done, the joy, he prime on the frustration way more on top of it, because at the end of the day, it's all about to win the fight, and it's not like I win it in the wrong way. It was very fair and good, and clean, a good knockout. So I'm still okay with it, but still kind of like a little frustrating. Like I've been putting a lot of work, ground game, wrestling, trying to put all these things. Me and my team, we've been working on all those, but maybe it's gonna be for next time. I'm trying to prepare to get myself ready to last as long as the fight can go. So I just take the fight how it comes, so don't worry about it. Once I think about finish a fight very quick, and it didn't work well for me. That was the Stipe fight. I walked in there when I went there to finish that fight really fast, and which is something that I never did. My knockout always came like randomly. I never had to like really say, okay, I'm gonna knock him out in the first round. I just let him go, and he ended up to be like that. So I think it's something that worked for me. Then I'm gonna stand in that spot, not to like chase the knockout and let the knockout come to me. Yes, I was like worried because I didn't know exactly what happened. So I like trying to check if he's okay. Obviously, I wanted to knock him out, and I was happy about that. But if I can get my knockout and then he get out there, okay, that would be the perfect case scenario. Because regardless, I don't have a hate for the guy. It's just the opponent who did a great job to be there, sacrificed everything, been through all what I've been through to make this fight happen. So I think at the end of the day, he deserves more than the respect.
I don't know what but I have it's very hard for me to move like this way, like on my right, to go out in my right.
Why do you do that? What do you mean? Like, how are you gonna get right? Like, you want to go this way?
Yeah.
Well, if you want to go this way, how you want to go? Here, go here.
Yeah.
You gotta be this way. You gotta get to the side. You gotta get to the fence. You get to the side. It depends. Like this, you gotta go. You go to a kid to hit you.
Yeah.
A guy like you go to be outside you. But you can't hit him. Right hit the way you can hit him. You can boom, boom, boom.
And move that side very difficult.
You don't think you're fat, but when you're fighting, you're fat.
Yeah, you say it's difficult, but he doesn't really.
Yeah.
Why is it difficult for you?
But
no,
I saw him do it easy.
He's been doing it since he was a
But
kid.
for me, like when I try to practice, I used to like I move on his ways. Okay,
You're not supposed to do that, right?
like
well, my legs like this. I'm always how kid, my legs always been how kid.
Let me move over. You got a lot to do, brother. I gotta move those legs. Hey. Where my lawyer at?
Oh, this is crazy. This is crazy.
I'm back.
Ahí está, ahí está, vamos, dale. Ahí está, vamos.
Anytime. Vamos que está relajadito. Para que vean al viejito, vamos.
Calvin Kattar, in a recent interview with Ariel Helwani, speaks on his TKO victory over Jeremy Stephens.
I say it was up there. Honestly, actually, it was one of my best finishes. I fought like,
really?
I felt like it was a good finish. I caught him with a big elbow. I felt like Chael had a decent breakdown of it. I saw that video he did, and it was somewhat spot on with as far as like the analyzing and calculating things he was doing and stuff. But you can't really do that too long in a 3-round fight. You know, it's tough. And I felt like I did that a little with Zabit, but I wasn't busy enough. I felt like Jeremy does enough to make you kind of exchange a little something with him, and that kind of woke me up a little bit. And then just kind of getting a little bit busier with the combos and starting to plant our ground and sink on our shots a little bit in the second round, like DC was saying. Those things started happening, and then I felt them kind of just really sitting down in close quarters. And right before that, I was kind of smothering my shots, coming in a little too much. So I changed up the weaponry to something nice and tight, and a big shot landed. But no, look at me, man. This can happen. You know what I'm saying? Anytime you got to take damage. But like I said, I'll exchange a rook for a queen any day of the week. And if that's what it takes to get the job done, you know, I'm not afraid to get down and dirty to do that. And it was definitely a big win. And I'm excited for what's next.
Aljamain Sterling on SiriusXM speaks on the current title situation in the bantamweight division.
So I think they got to try to figure out the bigger picture of who's going to give the most entertainment value. I think in terms of name value, is probably leaning towards myself and Moraes. And I could see Aldo being the wild card coming up out of nowhere. But it is what it is, man. It's their company. They're going to do what they want to do. I was a little frustrated with that because my body of work is better than beating up Uriah Faber, you know? So I think I have more definitive wins than Peter Yan. And even Henry said it himself. He gave the acknowledgement that I deserve it more than Peter Yan. Peter Yan, he beat up Uriah Faber. Before that, he was losing the fight every single round to Jimmy Rivera until he dropped him at the end, the last 20, 30 seconds of round 1 and 2. And then you lose round 3. That makes no sense. And then you have Corey Sandhagen, who's like, he beat a Sun Tzu, who was ranked 3rd at the time, and he also beat John Lineker. So he has a better case than Peter Yan. So I'm not understanding what the metric is, because as I know, the UFC appoints their ranking panel, and to have these guys put me at the slot number 2 behind Marlon Moraes, I think it makes sense. But then at the same time, you put Peter Yan after beating Uriah Faber at 3 and leapfrogging Corey Sandhagen, and then you're making that win like it was like the greatest thing of all time. Like, dude, it was a close first round. He somehow managed to pull Uriah Faber into a firefight, and he knocked him out. It is what it is, but you beat Uriah Faber. You didn't beat anybody that should be like, all right, this is the guy you need to beat to get into title contention. So I don't think Peter Yan's done enough, and if he wants to do something about it, I'm the guy who wants to sign up and step up. And I've been calling this guy out before my surgery. I've been calling him out after my surgery. I've been ready to go. I don't think he's as good as they say he is. That's my personal opinion. Yeah, he's tough. You better look like that when you fight Uriah Faber. I hope to God you look like that fighting Uriah Faber, because I know I can look like that or better. So I don't know. If, like I said, I'm ready to figure it out. So give me my shot, man. Just give me my shot, Dana.
And Kenny Florian on the Anik and Florian podcast gives his thoughts on the corner work of Tony Ferguson at UFC 249.
You know, you're not reaching at all. I think the main difference is not only did the rapport between Gaethje and Whitman, not only was that a different dynamic, but I also think they're just different fighters. I mean, you look at Tony Ferguson, I think what makes Tony Ferguson great is the fact that he allows himself to actually do what he does in training. He allows those weapons to come forth, and he's never been known as the most technical guy. Right. Are you going to all of a sudden teach him how to jab? Are you going to, hey, Tony, keep your chin down. Why are you getting hit out there? Be evasive. That's not his style. Right, that's the big problem. So I think for Tony Ferguson, the corner was probably shocked, like, nothing is working out there. What the hell do we do? I've never seen, it's rare, right? If you are a corner man and you're like, reaching for something in your pocket, be like, Imanari roll. You got to do an Imanari roll. Like, that's not going to win the fight. If you're reaching for straws like that, and just throwing one thing, like, this is the one thing that's going to win you the fight, you're already pretty, if we're being honest, right?